I have just begun.
What's up, guys? Kyle G here, KyleGFit.com. Coming at you to talk about some things, man. So, all this stuff is true. You guys can look this stuff up. It's just a lot of stuff that people don't know. And I hear about it all the time. Why people are hitting plateaus, or they're getting too fat, or they can't grow anymore. And this is probably it. So, if that might be you, pay attention. So, you hear me talk about staying full and lean all year round, and this is one of the major factors that contributes to that. So I'm still recommending a bulking cycle and a cutting phase because your body likes to be doing one or the other, right? It likes to either be catabolic or anabolic. Each one has different hormones it likes to use. It's not good at staying in one place. So the way our body regulates how much nutrients our muscles absorb and how much of it gets turned into fat is called insulin, right? If our insulin sensitivity is high, then we're able to use it to our advantage, and we're able to help that nutrients get pumped into our muscles without it getting spilled over and turning into fat. Well, how do we keep our insulin sensitivity high so we can take advantage of it and continue to grow without getting fat? Now, if you think your sensitivity is already low because you're getting too fat too quick, I would recommend taking a couple weeks off from like all simple sugars and let that reset and gain your sensitivity back. That way we can start to use it to our advantage again. So the question is, how do we use this extremely anabolic hormone that is naturally produced in our body to our advantage? The answer is we spike it post-workout. I like using straight dextrose, which is basically just glucose, which is what the muscles are craving. I put it right in my protein shake, probably like 30 to 40 grams right afterwards. Now, there are also supplements that you can buy to aid that insulin to work better that are called insulin mimetics. These are going to help work with the insulin to help push that nutrients into your sore, tired, nutrient-deprived muscles. So you can use things like chromium piconate, cinnamon, believe it or not, bitter melon, alpha lipoic acid, things like this you can take post-workout also to help mimic that insulin spike. So you're going to be getting the most out of it. Alright, so you saw in the beginning of the video I talked about, or in the title of the video I talked about why I don't mix fats with sugars. And there's a good reason for that. So I bet you guys don't know this, but when you're doing light aerobic activity like sleeping, typing, walking, things like this, your body's actually using your fat stores as energy. So yes, you are burning fat when you sleep, literally. And as far as complex carbs, they're used more for like medium to intense things like training or running or doing, extreme sports or, things like that. So these are the kind of carbs we need pre and post workout. We need that sustained energy, and then we need to fill it back up afterwards. So we don't want fats pre or post workout, right? So if we take in fats pre-workout, we're just getting in the way of our pump and we're gonna feel sluggish. And then if we take it post-workout, it's getting in the way of our insulin spike, right? We don't want to pump a bunch of fat into our muscles. We want carbs, we want sugar, we want protein, we want to grow. So I found the best time to take in these fats are with a high-fat meal in the middle of the day and then right before bed. So we're giving the body what it wants to get through the night without becoming catabolic. We're still growing, we're still burning those fats while we sleep, so we're not burning our muscles. So if we take a quick overview of this, I'll write it down for you guys so it makes a little more sense. Alright, so if we take a look, sugars, I like to do in the morning with your fruit, because what happens is your glycogen stores get fully depleted while you're sleeping and you fast for 8 to 10 hours. So it's good to replenish those, and fruit is a great way to do that. And then the only other time is post-workout, like we were talking about. Now, when it comes to fats, I like that midday high fat meal to get us through the day with our light activities so we have energy, so we're not resorting to the complex carbs we need to get us to our workout. And then before bed to get us through the night. And protein, just every meal. Protein's good stuff. So, if we start looking at our macros not just as numbers, but as tools that we can use to help us grow efficiently, I guarantee it'll make the world a difference, guys. So if you guys want to hear more about this topic, make sure you check out my boy Aaron Reed. He has a book called The Supernatural Lifestyle. Really good stuff. Check that out. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts, man. Like, comment on the video, hit me up in a message or something. Tell me if you've heard something different. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you check out KyleGFit.com. There's actually a free PDF on there you can download called The 10 Daily Mental Focuses Necessary for Gains. All right. Must check that out. Subscribe to the blog on the website. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you follow me on the gram. All kinds of good stuff coming. We're going to make gains together. Let's go.